Hey guys, what's up? My name is Noob and welcome to another part of Art of War Red Tides. And in this episode, let's slow down a bit. Let's talk about where this game is actually heading. There has been another update, followed the recent Warzone update, patch 0.7.4, which basically makes the game a lot more it just balances the game to make it the fast transition that they do, just to make it more balanced, basically. The new patch comes with some balances, adjustments, and bug fixes. Also, there were some game details not fully accommodate to the new fast-paced gameplay. We will be looking for the best parameter of each feature in the future updates. The server maintenance will take about 2 hours and be held on. Yeah, it gives the dates there. Anyway, and then it says key improvements. Essence mine collecting rate decreased from 75 120 to 30 60 100. All of the commander skills cooling time is reduced. The duration of the units summoned by commander's skill reduced, according to details referred to the other balance adjustments in wave 1, 15 and 30. The inner turret HP decreased from 3,500 to 2,500. Attack damage adjustment. Yeah, well, yeah, not a lot of turrets are getting destroyed. Now, other balances to units themselves is like the Iron Bird, the Axe Slave. Movement speed decreased to 13.5. Before it was 18.1 and 19.7. So those units have been nerfed. The Iron Bird Rider. You can see there, movement speed 13.5. Dire Wolf movement speed decreased from 13 to 11. Movement speed of the Swift Pangolin decreased from 14 to 11. Duration of the time of anti-tank gun reduced to 60. Okay, so the giant catapult blasts 120 seconds only now. The duration of anti-air turret, flame turret decreased from 36 to 24 seconds. Iron Maiden, Great Vajra, 120 seconds now. Only Lightning Turret, 60 seconds now. Essence Recycler, 25 seconds. Kunlun, 25. They've changed a lot of the cooldown, basically on every skill, and that's understandable. They made the game faster, so now the cooldown needs to be lower, and the time it lasts lower as well. I don't know why the developers did this. I think it's because they are trying to, they want to integrate into a mobile section as well, where for tablet and mobile phones. So they're trying to make the game shorter to accommodate for someone playing on a mobile or something like that, because the game is much shorter now. Yeah, they made it at least like 30% shorter, 35% shorter than it was before. Now, the community has not taken these updates well, and I want to go and ask you guys, can you please post on the channel what you don't like about the game and what the update is. I have some communication with the developers. I know they read the Steam comments, but if I can get enough constructive feedback, don't just say, oh, the game's shit. That's not very constructive. Please mention what is shit. Like, what would you like to change? Some people say Red Tides did piss off more players than the creators themselves, so basically test every version of the units. Every time you guys try to balance, there's more unbalance. Once a strategy game, now it becomes an action game after speeding things up. Yeah, I agree somehow. One guy said, like, I'm considering not playing this game anymore. I never enjoyed games that promote flavor of the month through rebalancing, especially when it changes happen on a weekly basis. You will not get my money. It's a free game, completely. And if there is another change next week, you will get my negative review before I uninstall. Okay. Anyway, that's not very yeah, constructive. They can't, one thing about the game, they can't leave it the way it is. If they leave it the way it is in the pre-alpha, let's look at the pre-alpha. Basically, all the players just used a very limited amount of units. The Azure Dragon, the Arhat, the Stone, the Vajra, like, they only used these specific units. We didn't use the other units before, and that's what the developers are trying to do. They're trying to push us to use different strategies. They want the game to be bigger. And my personal opinion is the only way that they're going to be able to do that is to remove a lot of units in the game and start the game over. They need to... they gave too much units in the beginning. There's a crap load of units, and they, you know, they shouldn't have done that. They should have given us 2 early game units per race. Like, just less units, because what's the point of having now the anti-air sentinel and the Ansel? The Ansel now is basically an anti-ground unit. It's an anti-ground unit at this point in time. I'll even play a game just to show you guys exactly how strong they are.
The old times.
Elite troops, bleh. I don't like it. Well, I don't mind it actually. Let's do a ranked 3v3, and let's see how fast this game actually has become. Yeah, they need to rethink how they're gonna do it. Either they remove a lot of units, because now there's so many units in the game that they have to change so many. Oh no, now that we fastened the game, so the Iron Bird is a problem. Like, if you looked at that before, how many times do you use the crossbowmen? Like, I don't use them. As an AoE damage, I prefer using the flamethrowers only. So you have the snipers, the riflemen, the crossbowmen, the anti-armor the crossbowmen, the rocket launchers. You have the flamethrower, the HEF flamethrower, the heavy defense flamethrower. Then you have for the Iron Bird Rider, and you have the Outlaw Rider, or what? I forgot their names. There's so many of them, and those are only early game units. Those are just the early game units. Then your mid game, you have, oh, and that's only one race. What are we going to ban? Ban Essence Collector. Then you have, like, your mid game has a bunch of units. And I understand why they did this. They want us to come up with different kind of strategies and different kind of ways to run things. But that didn't work. That didn't happen. All that happened was everyone just started using, like, the strongest units, and much less for strategy than brute force won the game. That's just the way it works. They need to rethink it. But I am sure that they're having a lot of problems. I don't think it's easy. I don't envy their job at this point in time. But I think the easiest way is to redo. Let's do the Ansels. So yeah, to remove and redo, and then once you get a good balance of units, then you can start thinking about implementing 1 unit per race, and then another 3 weeks goes by, then you give another unit maybe. Slow it down a bit more. Don't speed up the game. Korean dog. Okay. Yeah, and that's basically the point that I'm trying to make, is like slow down your development. But yeah, let's see how many comments. Please leave a comment on what do you think is the issue. What would you like to see change in the game? And then I can take those comments and I will forward them to the contact that I have. So these units, These riders, what's the Outrider are actually quite strong. They should have like a buff. They had a buff before. There's the Iron Bird rider. What the flying fuck? He just ran right past them and just... Yeah, the AI is also... I've seen some complaints about the AI in the game, and the game is not... They're not really focused on... There's a simple mapping that should be done. And it's just not being followed.
A life is measured by the lives it saved.
Was that... Is it my troops already? Wow. So yeah, it is my troops already going into battle. Yeah, you can see the speed of the... You can see the speed has been reduced drastically of these units. The Iron Bird Riders as well as the Shadowblade Slave. This guy brought in a Sentinel. I don't get it. I think he missed the last update stating that Sentinels don't attack air units anymore. I'm not.
Legendary.
Anyway.
Soul Essence Mine upgrade completed.
Wait.
Legendary.
So basically what these riders will do now, they should target a the unit with the lowest health and then do like a
Legendary.
do like a snipe where they do 350% more damage. HP. They also have quite a good shield. But I think... Do they... No, yeah, they do extra damage to mechanical units, but they just do so much damage. 20 damage. Okay, let's change it up a bit.
Don't be discouraged. We are only retreating temporarily.
Crap. I only have mechanical units. No.
Ready to face our enemies.
Unstoppable.
How much health did I have now? Okay, so 480 kinda now. Okay. So I got the meat shield going. Nice, English units. So, yeah, like, this game is going through an extremely strange development process, like. Haha, I was waiting for him to take it back. Because it can't go back all the way. There we go. Yeah. See, now that's strategy. I was waiting for him to uproot that...
We'll try.
Let's see. Active ability increases armor. Active ability launches. Yeah, I don't need this at the moment. I will actually rather have that. Nice. What the fuck? What happened? I used my active ability, but nothing happens. This guy still has his sentinel going. Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind. What happened? Boom. What's going on here?
Soul Essence Mine upgrade completed.
Okay.
Radar is running.
Okay. I also have a nuke. No problem.
Lost another fortification. Hang in there, Commander. Dominating. Revenge.
Dominating. Revenge. Pop. Nice. Yes. Bastard.
Unstoppable.
He just wants to get my answers out of the way. Yay. No. Okay, that's interesting. Bring out multi-role tanks. Come on, fire at these. Remember, he doesn't have a nuke. He used it already. Too late, Mama.
Unstoppable.
Now there's the second nuke coming. That was quick.
The final battle is about to start. Get ready for the last charge. Our base is in danger. Don't give up, Commander. Revenge.
I think I just took out all of his detectors. Oh my goodness. Eesh. Luckily he also has some the multi-role tanks. That's good. The multi-role tanks was then smart. It was a smart idea. Yeah, not enough. Yeah, it's just the multi-role tanks are absolutely horrible damage dealers. And there you have it. So the Ansels are quite OP. Quite OP. And if you have enough of them, bada bing, bada boom. So the enemy had the most. Yeah, well, that guy didn't do bad. So that's the Iron Bird Rider that did so much damage. So is this game too up and down, too iffy for you guys? Like, let us know in the comments what do you think they should change. Like, a lot of people are going more and more away from it, and I don't know, like, they need to do a lot of different things. I mean, it's a good concept, the idea is great, design is great, I like the races, the units are awesome, but are there too many units? Maybe there should be a different variety of units. Should there be more inverse units? Should they attach different, completely different mindset? Should they perhaps go more to Desert Strike? You know, that's where the game came from. It's from StarCraft, Desert Strike. And should they focus more on? Should they maybe just add more slots for people to choose from? That would be nice. If you could imagine what you would do if instead of having 10 slots, imagine there was unlimited amount of slots. Imagine you can put in all your units in the game of one race. That's what you can do with the Desert Strike. Like, how would the strategy change if this was allowed? Imagine that. Imagine that for a second. Like, imagine you could choose from any unit in the game. Allow that. Maybe that will open a lot more doors for players to exploit, to use. Then, like, let's say you're massing beetles and I'm playing with Atlak, then I can build Vajras, I can build some units, like, to defend against it. So then there will be more strategy. There I need to know, like, okay, so this unit is a strong early game. You're building you're building a lot of Iron Birds, so I'm gonna build armor piercing crossbowmen because they're cheaper and they do more damage to, you know, like, to you. If you're building Iron Bird Riders, I'm not gonna build any mechanical marauders. I'll build a Pavasir, which is biological. See, there will be a little bit more strategy to it, and yeah, forward your comments and let's see what we can do, you know, shift the hand. And yeah, that's it for this episode, guys. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye, guys.